What's up everyone, dannylightning back with another CSR2 video. Today we're going to be doing something a little bit different and going over the top 20 slowest tier 5 cars in CSR2 Racing. These cars, I believe they're all too slow to beat Harkness and win the Sesto Elemento, so if you're trying to beat Tempest, these cars will not do it. You know what? We might actually end up turning this into like the slowest 30 or slowest 40 cars in the game, and we'll stop at the point where you can actually beat the bosses. So if you want to win the Harkness Sesto Elemento from the bosses, this video will let you know which cars will not do it, and then we'll stop at the first car that can do it. So this is going to be a long video. We'll give it a go. Currently, Harkness is running somewhere around a 9.0. It could be like a tenth of a second faster or slower currently because they do change the boss times, but as far as I know, he runs almost 9.0 exactly. Let's just go ahead and start with the slowest car in the game. So this is the absolute worst car you can get in my opinion, and then we'll move up the list until we hit the times where you can beat the bosses. The absolute slowest car in the game right now, running a 12.094, is Victor's Project 7. This is one of the boss cars. This car runs a 12.094 when you completely max it out. This thing is super duper slow, and this is probably one of the worst tier 5 cars in the game. If you get this thing, I would not bother to put any resources into it whatsoever. So this is the slowest tier 5 car in CSR2 Racing. Shax Agera R, this car is running a 10.5, so it's a big step up from the last one, but it's a 10.5 car, guys and gals. That is extremely slow, so the Shax Agera R is a big old giant turd taco. The sad part is this car just looks beautiful. The car looks amazing, but it's one of the worst cars in CSR2 Racing when it comes to tier 5. This is another one, if you get it, it's not going to be able to beat the Harkness Sesto Elemento and win the boss car, and it's not really going to win any live races or do anything other than set in your garage and look pretty, and if you try and do anything with this car, you're going to be highly disappointed. So, in my opinion, you don't want to put any resources into this thing. It is not a good car. So, let's move on to the next one. I'm going to be using Nitro for CSR's content recording account. That way we can show you every one of these cars. So thank you to Nitro for access to the account. Let's get back to the next slowest crappy car. Next up on the list, this is another really awesome looking car. This is Larry's GTA Spano. This is actually a boss car, and it is extremely slow. So if we look at the time this car runs when it's maxed out, this one's doing a 9.736. That is the fastest run ever recorded on this particular car. This is definitely not a great car. This is a car you would really want to avoid. I mean, the evo points are low, the time is slow. It's just an all-around crap sandwich of a car. So if you get this thing, my advice is do not, I repeat, do not put any parts into this car. It is not going to do it to it for you. It is not going to do it to it at all. Next up on the list is the Golden Star version of the 488 Spider. This one will run a 9.620 if it's maxed out 100% with all the bells and the whistles and all the fusions. This is another very slow car. I mean, 3-star cars are usually terrible. If you get a tier 5 car with 3 stars, it's pretty much guaranteed to be a slow turd, and you don't want to put any upgrades into this thing. So the 488 Spider is a very, 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 very slow car when it's only got 3 stars on it. And of course, most of these cars, if it's only got 3 stars, unless it's like a Legends car, an Elite Tuners car, or an Elite Customs car, you cannot add extra stars. You're pretty much stuck with it. So this is just a really slow car running in the 9.6s when you max it out. This thing is definitely not good. Not good at all. Don't upgrade it. Don't do anything with it. If you pull one of these out of the crates, just let it sit in your garage. And if you ever need it for something, and you probably won't, hopefully you won't, then you upgrade it. But do not put any parts into this car unless you absolutely have to. Let's move on to the next one. Next up on the list is the absolutely terrible Bentley Continental GT Speed. This car runs a 9.641 if you max this thing out, meaning it is extremely slow. Most of the Bentleys in the game are absolutely terrible cars. I don't know why they decided to make Bentley so bad, but they decided to make Bentley terrible. I think there's only like 2 or 3 Bentleys in the game that are actually good, and the rest of them are just kind of, giant turd tacos. But Bentley Continental GT Speed, super slow, super terrible. Do not upgrade it. Do not upgrade it whatsoever, because this thing is a turd taco. All right, let's move on to the next car. Next up on the list is the 3-star McLaren 650S. This thing will run a 9.566 if you max it out completely. And this thing is no good whatsoever. It is part of collection, so if you don't have this car and for some crazy reason you need it at some point, I guess you can always go into collections and grab this thing. But honestly, this is a 100% terrible car. It is super slow. It is super bad. It's not going to do anything other than look pretty in your garage and make you go, why did I put parts into this? So if you upgrade it, that's what you're going to be saying pretty quickly. Why? Just avoid this one at all cost. It's a terrible, terrible, terrible car. All right, let's move on to the next one. Next up on the list is the Ferrari 599 GTO, and it's so bad the game does not even want to load the car in. So hold on a second. I got to talk the game into loading the car in. It's just like, this car is so terrible, it doesn't want to show anybody. So hold on a minute, guys and gals. We will be right back so you can see this horrible turd taco and all of its disgusting nastiness in just a second. All right, there it is. There's that horrible car running in 9.537. Seems to be the fastest run that we have recorded on this car. I mean, this is a great looking car. I absolutely love the way this thing looks, but unfortunately, it is unbelievably terrible in the world of CSR2 racing. So just because a car looks nice or you think it's going to be nice, it's not. This one has 4 stars. So the 4-star 599 GTO is a giant turd burger, turd taco, terrible car. Let's move on to the next one. Don't put your resources into this thing. It'll be a huge mistake. I tell you that right now. Do not, I repeat, do not do it. Here comes the next slowest car. What is this? Little nobody Subaru BRZ? This must be a car that I've never seen this before. This must be some sort of weird Tempest car or something. I don't know anything about this one. That's the wrong car. Hold on. Let me click on the correct car that we're trying to show you, which is super bad and super slow for Tier 5. This is a Tier 3 car. I don't know how I got the wrong one. Hold on a second, guys and gals. Hold on a second. All right, so the Elite Tuners 2020 Subaru BRZ-TS, if you don't have any stars on this car, it runs a 9.513, and it is super slow. Now, if you got the stars on, if you got the 5 purple stars, it's going to run a lot faster, but this is one of the most disappointing Elite Tuners cars. I almost said the wrong thing there, but this is one of the absolute most disappointing Elite Tuners cars in the game. It looks amazing. I love the way this car looks, but it's really bad for an Elite Tuners car, especially if you don't have any stars on it. I mean, 9.5 is super slow. It's probably fast enough to beat the boss if you've got it up to 5 purple stars, but this is just a all-around terrible Elite Tuners car. It's probably the worst one out of them all, to tell you the truth, but let's go ahead and move on to the next car. Next up on the list is the 4 purple star, I should say, 599 GTO, running a 9.502, so not all purple star cars are good, guys and gals. Purple star just means it's a little bit rarer, like the rarity level is purple stars. Just because a car has purple stars does not mean that it's good. This thing is actually super duper terrible, and nobody should ever upgrade this thing. So the 4 purple star 599 GTO is a terrible, terrible, terrible car. And let's move on to the next one. All right, so the 3 golden star Aventador Coupe is a terrible car. So there's a 3-star Aventador in the game. That car is so bad, it seems to have not even been put onto this content account. So if you get a 3-star Aventador, it's going to run something like a 9.462, and it's also going to run slower than the dyno time. So I only have a Purple Star version here to look at, which is definitely going to be slower than dog turds as well. But, you know, the Lamborghini Aventador Coupe in gold or purple stars, it doesn't matter. Avoid that car, right? 3 stars, no good. No good whatsoever. So the Golden Star Aventador Coupe, avoid with all cost. It is terrible. It may look amazing, but it is super duper super terrible, running a 9.462. And of course, the Purple Star is a little bit faster, but it's still a big old turd taco. And let's move on to the next car. Next up on the list is the 4-star 675 LT Spider. This thing will run a 9.315. This thing is super duper slow. It's a terrible car. It may look great, but unfortunately, it is not a good car whatsoever. So avoid this one and the Purple Star version. Now the Purple Star version of this car will be coming up in just a minute, but the Golden Star one and the Purple Star one are both big old turd tacos, so you don't want to put any resources into these particular cars if you don't have to. So let's go ahead and move on to the next one. Let's go do it to it. Now this may come as a little bit of a surprise. Next up we have the Golden Star version of GTA Spano. Now the boss car that has the purple stars is actually a good deal slower than the Golden Star version, which is probably some sort of a weird glitch, but occasionally you do find that a Golden Star car will be faster than the Purple Star version. It's kind of rare, and I think that only happens with a couple of the boss cars, but you know, this thing will run in the 9.2s. It's like a 9.289, so this is a very slow, very terrible car, but it's actually better than the boss version with purple stars, just so you guys know. But this is another one to avoid and not to upgrade. I mean, it's got low evo points. It's got bad timing. It's just not a great car whatsoever. Don't put any parts into this thing. And let's move on to the next car. Next up is the 675 LT Spider in purple stars, running a 9.239. That car is so terrible. I'm just going to go ahead and show you that right there. I'm not even going to pull it up in the garage. It is a terrible car. So don't upgrade that thing. It sucks. All right, let's move on to the next one. Next up on the list should actually be a couple of Elite Tuners cars that don't have any stars on them. But you know what? You can actually add stars to them and make them faster. So we're just going to skip those and move over to the McLaren 570S, running a 9.123. This car runs a 9.123, guys and girls. It is a very slow car. Personally, I don't like the looks of it. I don't like the way it drives. It's just a turd taco, turd burger, crap sandwich of a car. So don't upgrade this one. You will probably regret it if you do. It is a 3-star Golden Star, and you know, it's not very good. So next car coming right up. Here we go. All right, for some reason, I don't seem to have this on the content recording account, but the Porsche 911R with 4 purple stars, that's going to come in at a 9.044, which is still too slow to beat the Sesto Elemento and win the car off of Harkness. So far we haven't gotten into any cars that actually beat the boss times. As soon as we get to the first car that will beat the boss, that's where we're going to stop. But again, the Porsche 911R with no upgrades, you know, no whatever. It has upgrades. I messed it up. The Porsche 911R with 4 purple stars is a very slow turd taco when you max it out, running a 9.044. Avoid this car at all costs, and unfortunately, it's so bad the content account doesn't have it, or Donna may have gotten into that car and drove away with it. We're not 100% sure, but avoid the 4-star 911R. All right, so the next car is not on the content count either, but there's a 4-star Pagani Huayra running a 9.023. That is a very slow, terrible car. So if you've got the 4-star golden, the golden 4-star, the 4 golden star Pagani Huayra, I mean to say, skip that thing. Don't upgrade it. Don't put any parts into it. It runs a 9.023, which is still extremely slow. And that's not even fast enough to beat the boss. So avoid that car at all costs. And we're going to go ahead and move on to something different. Next up on the list of cars to avoid is the 2017 Ford GT. This one will run a 9.016 if you completely max it out. Very slow car. It looks awesome. I mean, I guess the only reason to upgrade this thing is if you needed it for some sort of event. So if you don't need this car, I'm telling you right now, do not upgrade the 4 Golden Star 2017 GT. This car is not your friend. This car is not going to do you any favors whatsoever. It may look awesome, but in this game, it is a really bad car. Really bad. Just a terrible car, guys and gals. Don't upgrade it. Avoid it. It's a bad one, so let's move on to the next thing. Next up on the list of really slow cars is the Lamborghini Aventador SV Coupe running at 8.968. This is a very slow car. It's got 4 golden stars, and as amazing as it looks, if you think it looks amazing, I mean, that's personal preference, but as nice as this car looks, don't upgrade it. Don't do anything with it. If you grab this thing, just let it sit there in your garage and look pretty, because this car will not do you any favors whatsoever. But it's running at 8.968, so this one may or may not be able to beat Harkness and steal his car. It can probably get pretty close, but due to the fact that sometimes the game does change the boss times by a little bit, it used to be exactly 9.0, but it could be in the 9.8s or 9.9s at this current time. I'm not 100% sure. So this car may or may not be able to beat the bosses. I would avoid this one. It's just not a good car. Next up on the list, running at 8.964, is the Porsche 911 GT3 RS. This may look like a great car, but unfortunately, it is not a great car whatsoever. It's very slow. It's not going to beat the boss, or if it does, it's barely going to squeak by if you max it out 100%. So if you get this thing, I do not recommend putting any parts into it. I don't think this car is going to be your friend. I don't think this car is going to do you any favors. It's definitely one to avoid, so don't upgrade this thing if you get it. It's terrible, and let's move on to the next car. Alright, so next up is the Purple Star version of the 2017 Ford GT. You can see that in the bottom right corner, that yellow one right there. Avoid that car. It is no good. That thing's running an 8.959. So yeah, it's not a great car, guys and gals. Not a great car whatsoever. Don't upgrade it. Don't even look at it. Don't even think about it. It's that bad. So yeah, next car, let's go do it to it. Okay, so next up on the list is the Golden Star and then the Purple Star AMG GTR with 4 stars. The Golden Star version runs an 8.957 and the Purple Star version runs an 8.923. Both dog turds of a car. I mean, they look amazing, but unfortunately, they are not good cars whatsoever. They may look good, but the AMG GTRs, unfortunately, are not good at all. So skip these things, avoid upgrading them, don't even think about them, don't even look at them. Just let it sit there in your hangar and do nothing if you got one, because it is not worth upgrading, whether it's gold or purple stars. So let's move on to the next one. And we're getting pretty close to the last car on the list, because we're about to be running in the 8.9s, right? We're about to be moving into the 8.8s, I should say. Next on the most slowest, terriblest cars in the CSR2 Racing, we have this thing right here, the Ferrari 458 Special running an 8.903. This one may or may not be fast enough to squeak by and beat the boss, depending on what the boss time currently is. But yeah, it's not a great car. It may look nice to you, but unfortunately, terrible, 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 terrible car. Don't upgrade this thing, and we're going to move on and show you one last car on the list of slowest in CSR2 Racing. So we're going to be wrapping up the slowest cars in CSR2 Racing with the Lykan Hypersport. This one hits an 8.895, so this is where we get into the 8.8 cars, which I believe are going to be fast enough to beat Harkness and get the Sesto Elemento. But, you know, still not a great car. I mean, this is such an amazing looking car, but unfortunately the Lykan Hypersport is not. I think Donna came in here and opened the hood and sabotaged it and tried to make it run a lot slower than it should because, you know, that's just kind of what Donna does to us. I'm pretty sure she hates us. She takes our keys, she gives us these terrible cars, and she makes them even slower than they're supposed to be because she's a big old jerk. Gosh darn you, Donna. But anyways, there's a list of cars from fastest to slowest, or I should say slowest to slowest, because every single car on this list is actually terrible. And we seriously currently have 808 cars. 808 tier 5 cars. That's not including the tier 4 cars, the tier 3 cars, the tier 2, the tier 1 cars. But we started off with Victor's Project 7, the boss car, that comes in at 808th place on the fastest cars in the game. So this is basically a list of cars to avoid at all costs. You know, anything that's running slow. I mean, we got cars running in the 7.0s up to like the 6.4s or 6.5s right now. So any car that's running like a 12 or a 10 or a 9 is just super duper slow. But anyways, that's pretty much the deal right there. If you liked this video, hit that thumbs up. If you hated it, hit that thumbs down. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe. If you want to help out this channel, check out the video's description or the pinned comment. You'll find my affiliate links where you can get some amazing stuff. You'll find the link to the dannylightning merch store. You'll find some links to some game news and info in the video's description, plus some other ways to help the channel. Huge giant shout out to my channel members. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you guys and gals big time. I really do. If you want to join and become a channel member, it's just a couple of dollars. So click the little join button right below the video. That helps this channel keep running and bringing you videos like this. I know this one was a little bit longer, and I'm going to ask AI, I'm going to get on Grok or something and ask it to make timestamps for this. Hopefully it does a good job because there's so many cars on this list. It would take me 12 hours to like edit that and make the timestamps myself. So I'm going to see if I can get one of those AI programs to make the timestamps for me. I hope it does it correctly because it's going to be like hours to double check and try and edit all that in. So hopefully it gets it right. Anyways, thank you for watching. You guys and girls are amazing. Lightning out. Have a great day, and we will catch you next time. See ya. Bye-bye.